So as you can see here, 4 sections I have filled up the pattern Shattuck. The next pattern that I am going to be using is poke root. You can use any other pattern of your choice. We have already learned how to draw these patterns. So 2 stems, cap it and then a circle around the stem in such a way that the head comes somewhere in the center, right? So drawing these poke roots from all directions, rotating my tile. You can draw so many other patterns. Please feel free to draw any other pattern of your choice, your go-to tangles, right? Again the same exercise here. You can also add a little something like this, block the head. Right, so just take your time, fill up the section. You can see here I'm on the last section, adding poke roots, right? So take your time, go slow. I'm drawing behind at many places. Spaces are less, so you have to be drawing behind, right? Yeah, so there are small little spaces left here, so it will be a good idea to ink it. So it will add some drama to your tile also. You can also add tipple if you wish. Right, so I'm going to do the same exercise for all. Ink the small little sections that are left in between. Slowly, spaces are small, so take your time. Right, so let me do this exercise and I'll get back. So a little zen to my Shattocks. I'm going to ink these first section and add some orbs on the outermost aura, right? So I think I forgot to ink here. Right, so done with that inking too. I think I left that, and then again inking the innermost section of my Shattuck. adding some orbs here. You can add whatever you wish to. Please follow your imagination. Let your creativity flow. Right? Again, the same exercise. And the last one. Right. Yep. I think we are done. So finish drawing the tile. Let us now start with shading. Right. So I'm going to pick up my pencil, add some thick graphite at the edges of my knight's bridge, that is the circle. So I'm going to darken the edges and leave the center as it is. Add some chalk later. Then moving on to the shattocks. So spaces are small, please ensure that you don't add too much. Just a touch. You don't want the entire section to look grey. I think I left some orbs here. Yep. So some pencil here. Moving on to the next. Just a touch. Pencil here. Again, just a touch. Moving to the next. Right. So let us first blend these and then we'll go to our. So make sure your knight's bridge has dried up, the ink has dried up, otherwise you might end up damaging your tile. So I'm just pulling away the graphite from the edges to the center, but I'm not covering the center. Right. Then moving on to the next. Right, and the next. Just a touch. Don't blend too much. At times just use the graphite which is already there on your turtle arm, that is enough. Right, when you don't want too much of it. Right, so you're doing the same exercise for all. Take your time, blend. Right, so we are done with the blending. Now moving on to the outside. So up to you, how do you want to go about it? So I'm going to add some chalk, some graphite, like a triangle here, and at these places from where lines are emerging, again a triangle. Right, so you can shade it any other way. You can add a highlight. Generally you shade on the opposite side of the highlight. Again, place from where stems are emerging. So just a touch, not adding much, because I don't want the entire thing grey. Right. Yeah. So once you start shading, you realize that it's the most interesting part of your tile. You can actually see your tangles go alive. So go slow and take your time, take that effort to slowly shade your tile. Right, so I have shaded. Now what I am going to do is pick up my brush pen and color the outside section, this part, slowly. So just a dash of color to my tile. So take it easy. You can also use your watercolor pencil to do that. Right, so let me just color this and I get back to you. So you can see here I finished the coloring part. I added some green color to the tile. Right, it's not uniform, it's by purpose not very uniform. I wanted a little smoky, foggy look kind of a thing, and I accidentally deleted the last part of my video, so please pardon me for that. I'll just tell you what did I do after that. Just two things. I used my gray watercolor pencil, added some at the edges of the tile, and then just blended it with my brush. So that's one thing that I did. And then I added some chalk on the center here and on my shutters to highlight them, right? These are the two things that I did after coloring the background with green. So that's our finished tile. I've already initialed it, signed and dated, right? So don't forget to do that. Do appreciate your tile, your finished tile, such a beautiful piece of art that you have created. And we'll meet again with another Zentangle original. See you then in the next session. Stay safe. Bye bye.